Dropping thrills, and we get our first look at it today. A new ride at Six Flags. It's called Pandemonium, and we sent CBS 46's Daniel Wilkerson to check it all out.
Folks, it is called Pandemonium for a reason. You can see it there behind me. I'll admit this morning from the parking lot, I said this looks like a kiddie ride. Well, when I got closer to it, I realized this is no kiddie ride. It's probably not even for adults. This ride is treacherous. Now, full disclosure, I've ridden this ride 3 times. This morning, my first live hit during the morning show, 5:15, by far was the worst.
Just let it go. You having fun?
No. Okay, I got my cool about me, and then 6:15 came around. This time I took my photographer, Izmir Payton, with me, and it went a little better.
Now we're getting to the part now where your stomach drops a little bit. I'm staying calm. I'm staying calm.
Now, before you say it, that was him screaming in the background, not me. We took it up one more time, 6:45. I was all cool and collective. I thought I was an expert, but I made the mistake of taking my producer, Nicole Best.
This is Davina. She's with Six Flags, folks. This is called the Pandemonium. It is a new ride debuting this Friday at Six Flags. It doesn't look like much from the parking lot, but boy, is it something when you get up on it.
Again, that was my producer, Nicole, screaming. I could not even hear myself think, though I was a little calmer. But we had on the ride with us some ride enthusiasts. They travel the country trying rides. This is what they had to say about Pandemonium.
The swinging motion is brutal. It's very, very strong. So you get a lot of air time when you get stuck up on the top, and the wind in your face as you're coming back down the bottom is incredible.
What was my scariest part? Was definitely when you're facing back towards the ground going 70 miles an hour.
So this is what you should know. If you have a membership here at Six Flags, you get to ride Pandemonium tomorrow. It opens to the general public Friday. In Six Flags over Georgia, Daniel Wilkerson, CBS 46 News.
Oh, Daniel, good for you. Up next, daring water rescue and widespread flooding, the latest after severe storms actually hit the Midwest. And something you probably haven't seen before, a driver leading police on a wild high-speed chase. You may think that's okay, but look at this. It's a motorhome. That story just ahead, plus this.
To CBS 46, it's always the right time to have the talk.
And those lovely ladies of the talk. Coming up, I'm going to share some behind-the-scenes moments during my one-on-one time with them on the set in Los Angeles. Dangerous storms are triggering flash floods after more than 24 reports of tornadoes hit the Midwest. Laura Podesta joining us from the CBS Broadcast Center in New York. And Laura, a number of states still not in the clear today.
That's right, Karen. We know that 2 people died in Missouri yesterday after heavy rains contributed to a traffic accident near Springfield. These storms have stretched from Texas up to Illinois over the last few days, with dozens of tornadoes touching down. Parts of Oklahoma are still underwater. Some towns saw about half a foot of rain, and there is still a threat of more destruction to come. The National Weather Service just reported that in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Arkansas River is now forecasted to reach its 2nd highest stage in recorded history, exceeding the highest stage of the 1986 flood. The forecasted crest is 40 feet.
Wow.
Karen.
Amazing. And Laura, I was at KCBS studios last week, and I tell you, these are normal occurrences for them in Los Angeles. A high-speed chase. A woman led them last night, crashing the stolen motorhome into vehicles and a palm tree. Man, this is so standard for them, but how did this chase begin?
Well, this one was an extraordinary chase because it wasn't a car chase, it was a motorhome chase. So it all started in pursuit of that stolen RV, which we've now learned was being driven by a 40-year-old woman allegedly under the influence of alcohol. She's now facing multiple charges after hitting at least 2 cars and injuring 3 people, including herself. So the wild video of the pursuit lasted about 30 minutes. It's unbelievable. You can see the motorhome speeding through the streets around LA, driving the wrong way down the road, at one point getting its side sheared off after smashing into a tree in a parking lot. There was a dog inside the RV. At one point, that dog was peering out of the damaged vehicle. None of the victims or the dogs, I'm happy to report, are facing life-threatening injuries. They are all doing well, according to police.
Just video you have to see to believe, obviously.
Truly.
All right, Laura, thanks so much.
Now, CBS 46 Pinpoint Weather, certified Atlanta's most accurate forecast.
A good Wednesday afternoon as we look towards Midtown Atlanta. It's another gorgeous sunny day, but it's another very hot day in Georgia. And get used to the 90s, get used to the heat and the humidity, because our temperatures are going to be the big story for the next couple of days. Even as we head into the upcoming week, next week, we're still going to be in the 90s. Temperatures climbing into the mid 90s by the holiday weekend, topping out 96 by the Memorial Day holiday. So our temperatures just continuing to build in. Our all-time hottest temperature that we've ever seen on record in Atlanta in May is 97 degrees, and we're going to be really close to that on Monday. Here's why we're seeing such a big heat wave in May. A very strong area of high pressure is building in. In fact, it's one of the strongest areas of high pressure that we've seen in almost 70 years. That's going to bring us into the mid 90s by the weekend, but it's very possible that we could see triple digits in central and southern Georgia by the weekend, and that would be extremely impressive for May, especially this early in the season. There's a small chance, about a 10% chance, that we could see a passing shower or 2 this afternoon. Most of us are going to stay very dry and very hot. We have another threat for severe weather. You just heard Laura Podesta talking about this. Out to the west once again in areas of Oklahoma and Kansas. A lot of these areas are underwater because of flooding, and they have an additional threat for hail and tornadoes once again today. And over here in the southeast, we could not be quieter. It is 86 in Atlanta right now, 86 in LaGrange, 83 in Ellijay, and 88 right now in Covington as well as Eatonton. Most of us are headed for the lower 90s today. A few areas like Ellijay and Canton as well as Athens staying in the upper 80s in the northeastern Georgia mountains, 91 in LaGrange, 91 in Atlanta, and 90 in Griffin. It'll be a nice evening to spend some time outside. No rain chances. Temperatures very hot and humid in the 80s. Eventually we'll fall down into the 70s through the overnight hours, and we won't even make it down into the 60s by tomorrow morning. We're going to stay in the 70s. That small chance, you can see it right there, for rain both today and tomorrow. That'll be a shower or 2 that bubbles up in the heat of the day. And again, not everyone is going to see one. Most of us will not see a shower at all. Record-breaking heat as we head into the weekend. In fact, check out Monday, Memorial Day. That's our hottest day on our 7-day forecast. 96 degrees is the forecast. Our record, 95. So Rodney, the heat is on.
The heat is on. Time to find somebody's swimming pool. Where's your pool, Molly?
I don't have one, but I'm coming to yours.
Begins this weekend. Here's a look at your traffic as you go northbound in Clayton County. It heads up to you on 675. You can see you're only able to use one of those lanes as you go northbound. So just a heads up, again, that's Clayton County as you go into DeKalb County this afternoon, where your speeds are going to be pretty slow. Everybody else is looking good this afternoon. No major accident to report across Atlanta, so you're good to go. Good afternoon to you in Cobb County as you travel southbound on 75. One of the bigger trip times I was seeing was from Barrett Parkway down to Brookwood coming out of Kennesaw. Your trip time now, though, down to only about 10 minutes. Everybody else looking good. 400 from Haynes Bridge to Lennox Road southbound, just under 20 minutes. And Karen, that is a look at your afternoon traffic.
All right, Rodney, thanks so much. You'll want to see tonight's Better Call Harry at 11 after you see this video.
Oh, that's time to go. Did you hear that? That was a gunshot.
Yeah, well, tonight Harry tracks down a pool contractor accused by his customers of stealing tens of thousands of dollars. Harry went to his house to get answers, but as you can see here, he wasn't well received. Don't miss Better Call Harry tonight at 11, only on CBS 46. Well, last week, CBS 46 was all about Survivor, and while I was on the CBS lot covering the nail-biting season finale, I had a chance to go behind the scenes of one of my favorite shows, The Talk, and boy, did they have a lot to say. The minute you walk on to CBS's The Talk, the energy is electric. From the interactive audience to the lovely hosts of the popular daytime show. We are on the set of The Talk with the ladies in between their tapings, and we're going to start with Eve of Destruction here.
Oh, Lord, I haven't heard that in so long. I don't know if the ladies don't know. That was my first rap name. Yes.
How did you make this whole switch? This is fabulous.
It's just been great luck, and I've been very, very blessed in my career. I've been able to do a lot of different things.
The ladies make you feel right at home.
It's great because it's a family after 9 years, and to work with strong, independent women, I love it. I really, really love it.
I love to see you guys. You laugh, you cry. You really are a family.
Say outrageous things. I get into trouble after every show, and it's great.
She says what everybody's thinking.
She does, and that's what we really love. And they're just as funny and charismatic in person as they are on the show.
I think Mrs. O and I are the most mischievous.
Yes, you are.
Yes, but when she says something bad, it sounds dignified because she got that British accent.
Oh, yes. It's all very, very polite.
Yeah, I'm more a Decatur.
Where it's greater.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is different for you for sure. I mean, you got to clean it all up a little bit.
Well, no, they give me about 4 or 5 good curse words to say. It's a dude named Kingsley that tell us which words we can use.
Heading into its 10th season, there'll be a fresh face in the group, Marie Osmond joining the team this fall. As Sarah Gilbert, who's credited with developing the show, steps down to pursue other projects. The ladies tell me one thing remains consistent: their willingness to be their honest and authentic selves, which is what keeps their audience so loyal.
Being around strong, intelligent women who've made it a name for themselves all on their own. They love hearing what we have to say.
Oh, look at these legs. She got some legs. Look at this, Ryan. Oh my gosh, dancing. So different from Dancing with the Stars, though.
It is very different than Dancing with the Stars. I mean, I don't have to call lift, bah! I don't have to score people. It's sort of just, I love having this platform because it's a way to express the things that I think about.
I hated Sarah Gilbert wasn't there when I went, but had so much fun with the other ladies. You can catch Cheryl this summer. She's set to perform at Uptown Comedy Corner right here in Atlanta this August, and she promised us she's going to stop by our studios. All right, here's what's coming up tonight for you on CBS 46 at 8. Catch The Amazing Race. At 9, another episode of The Amazing Race. Then at 10, it's SEAL Team. Catch all the day's news and your most accurate pinpoint weather forecast only on CBS 46 News at 11.
Tonight's primetime lineup is sponsored by McDonald's. Don't miss McDonald's new Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Welcome back. CBS 46 is on top of breaking news. A reported gas leak in DeKalb County at North Decatur Road and Scott Boulevard. This is a very busy intersection for fast food places, strip malls, folks out for the lunchtime hour. We're working to find out whether there are any injuries or evacuations. We will, of course, keep you posted on CBS 46's website and on our free CBS 46 News app. Well, 2 Georgia children are safe after spending the night on a mountain in Canada after getting lost while hiking with their family. But some good news for Gwinnett County commuters. Part of Duluth Highway near Boggs Road has been repaired after an 18-wheeler damaged part of that road and the nearby guardrail. The Georgia Department of Transportation says it will complete that job later on. Up next, 3 big stories we're following for you today, including a special honor for a local police officer injured in the line of duty. All right, here's a look at some of the stories folks will be talking about today. The Covington Police Department honoring one of its own. Tonight at 6, Officer Matt Cooper will be acknowledged. He was shot on Labor Day while chasing a shoplifting suspect. Today's ceremony will also honor the people who helped save Officer Cooper's life. And we're working to learn the condition of a child who was rescued out of a hot car in a Walmart parking lot in Henry County. Now, police and local fire rescue rushed into the Walmart off Willow Lane after employees from surrounding stores in that plaza reported seeing a child left in the car perspiring. We're going to update you on the story once we learn the condition of that young child. And a deadly triple shooting in DeKalb. This happened at the Indian Valley Apartments on North Avenue in Decatur. Police say one man tried to rob 2 other men in the parking lot and a fight broke out that ended in a shooting. The victims have not been identified and police aren't looking for anyone else involved.
Lots of 90s in our 7-day forecast. It's getting into that season where it's really just going to feel like summertime for the next week and a half or so. Record-breaking heat possible, Rodney, this weekend.
Yeah, and just watch out as you go southbound on the connector around Midtown 10th Street, Karen. Everybody else looking good on your Wednesday afternoon.
We'd like to hear that on Hump Day. Thank you for watching CBS 46 News at noon. Come back this afternoon at 4 o'clock with our entire CBS 46 News team. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. Stay cool. Yeah, I just want to tape that tag I did for the talk for tonight. So it's the talk tag. B11. She had me at monitor 24, B11. The talk, yeah. Oh, should I do going into it too? Shoot. Because it rolls in the back of me. I'll start with the intro. I'll do the intro too. And if they want it, they can use it. B09. They're gone? Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Last week, CBS 46 was all about Survivor, and while I was on the CBS lot covering the nail-biting season finale, I had a chance to go behind the scenes of one of my favorite shows, The Talk, and boy, did they have a lot to say.
It's always the right time to have the talk.
Okay, let me do the end. All right, roll all the way up. 3, all the way to the tag. 3, 2, 1. The tag. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Well, I was wishing I had a chance to see Sarah Gilbert. She was off that day, but you can catch Cheryl this summer. She's set to perform at Uptown Comedy Corner right here in Atlanta this August, and she promises to give us a visit here. Karen Greer, CBS 46 News. No. Jesus. Okay, so they just got to cut it. Okay, let's start from the beginning or just do the end. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Wish I had had a chance to see Sarah Gilbert. She was off the day we were there filming, but Cheryl Underwood tells me you can catch her here this summer. She's set to perform at Uptown Comedy Corner right here in Atlanta. Karen Greer, CBS 46 News. All right, perfect. Thank you.
So get ready for the 10th season.
Dropping thrills, and we get our first look at it today. A new ride at Six Flags. It's called Pandemonium, and we send CBS 46's Daniel Wilkerson to check it all out.
Folks, it is called Pandemonium for a reason. You can see it there behind me. I'll admit this morning from the parking lot, I said, this looks like a kiddie ride. Well, when I got closer to it, I realized this is no kiddie ride. It's probably not even for adults. This ride is treacherous. Now, full disclosure, I've ridden this ride 3 times. This morning, my first live hit during the morning show, 5:15, by far was the worst.
Just let it go. You having fun?
No.
Okay, I got my cool about me, and then 6:15 came around. This time I took my photographer, Izmir Payton, with me, and it went a little better.
Now we're getting to the part now where your stomach drops a little bit. I'm staying calm. I'm staying calm.
Now, before you say it, that was him screaming in the background, not me. We took it up one more time, 6:45. I was all cool and collective. I thought I was an expert, but I made the mistake of taking my producer, Nicole Best.
This is Davina. She's with Six Flags folks. This is called the Pandemonium. It is a new ride debuting this Friday at Six Flags. It doesn't look like much from the parking lot, but boy, is it something when you get up on it.
Again, that was my producer, Nicole, screaming. I could not even hear myself think, though I was a little calmer. But we had on the ride with us some ride enthusiasts. They travel the country trying rides. This is what they had to say about Pandemonium.
The swinging motion is brutal. It's very, very strong. So you get a lot of air time when you get stuck up on the top, and the wind in your face as you're coming back down the bottom is incredible.
What was my scariest part was definitely when you're facing back towards the ground going 70 miles an hour.
So this is what you should know. If you have a membership here at Six Flags, you get to ride Pandemonium tomorrow. It opens to the general public Friday. In Six Flags over Georgia, Daniel Wilkerson, CBS 46 News.